This is my honest review of this portable heated dryer for your bed, to dry your shoes, to dry your clothes, your animals. It is a nice compact size. It measures, I don't know, maybe 12 inches. This is a handle that is made out of like a silicone rubber. And then there are two heating portals on the end. Right now, I already have the hoses attached to them. They come separate, so these do come detached. They have um, attachments you can put on the end for inserting down in your shoe, and I will demonstrate that momentarily. And also you can make both of them go, you can put both of the end of those tubes there to just have your heat come out of one element if you wish. So without further ado, this is what we do. This is where you power it on, and you can adjust your speed. It goes to a level 10. You can use the timer. You can also change your heat. I believe all the way up to 70 degrees is as high as it goes. And the air comes out really warm. So if you want to just take the chill off of the air in your bed, you would just simply insert this underneath your mattress and warm air is blowing out of here. It is so nice. The downside to it, and the reason why I am filming it here in my bathroom and not to my bed, is the power cord is, it's long, but it's not long enough from the outlet from my bed to the outlet in my wall. So I have it plugged in here in my bathroom for demonstration. So if I were to use this personally for my bed, I would need to buy an extension cord to elongate this to stretch further. I did not measure this cord. I'll have to measure it, and I will put an overlay in this video saying what that is. Next, we're going to move on to how it dries your shoes. As you can see, I now have the hoses with the end attachment down into my winter shoes, and this will dry them out. If you live in a snowy environment or where your shoes get wet, you can dry your shoes out with these, and it works very quickly and very nicely. This tubing stretches out. If you see here, whoops, here it is all compact, but you can stretch it out as long as you want it to be, which is really great when you are needing to stretch the tubing further out in your bed. Sorry, I'm trying to change the, turn this to go off. Demonstrate how easy it is to pull this out to make it longer. And then likewise, you just shrink it back up to make it smaller for storage. When you are clipping it off and on the unit, these simply press in and you can see it expands these prongs out, so it attaches onto your machine very easily. To put your attachment on the end where the air is drying out, there are grooves in here. It's easy to just put them on, twist, and then you can insert this down into your shoes to dry your shoes out. I want to give an overview of what is in the box. The dryer itself, it is portable. It has a carrying handle. This is made out of like a silicone rubber. These are the two vents that the heat comes out of. It's nice and lightweight. The buttons are self-explanatory, off and on. The speed goes up to a level 7, I believe it was. You can set the timer, and the temperature goes up to 70 degrees. And then it has these little instructions here if you just want it on auto. The cord is my problem. For me, it's not long enough to stretch from the wall to my bed. It's approximately 75 inches long. So for me, I need an extension cord for that. You get the two tubes. You get the attachment on the end that you can put down into your wet winter shoes. Here's the other attachment. That's what it looks like off of the unit. And then you get this attachment where you can plug both of these into, so you just have one air vent coming out with heat. And it comes with this instructional manual. To point out a little humor on the box is it says instantly warm, no afraid of cold and wet, which I found a little funny, although this machine works really well despite the bad spelling on the box. And on this side, it has that it's multifunctional, dry and warm beddings, dry pet hairs, dry shoes, heating fan, dry clothes, overheating protection, And I do not know what that first word is. Killing of high temperature. I have no idea what that means. But despite the funny packaging, I will say that this heater is really, really nice.